Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Kim, and if I were to ask you, could you name one Asian American event that shaped American history? I think a lot of people would struggle, even though Asian Americans have contributed greatly to the United States and consist of a significant portion of our country's population. There's a lot of folks that would really struggle with this, but you will become experts on this. And the way that we'll do this is by creating a timeline of key events that shaped Asian American history. So there's going to be a great document that I'm going to go ahead and provide. And in that document that has an Asian American timeline, it's called Historical Timeline of APIDA History. And you're going to see events from 1587 all the way up to, all the way up to going past 1965 to 2021. So it's relatively recent, created by author Virginia Low Hagen, who is the co-executive of the Asian American Education Project. So we'll be using this to identify events that you want to explore more. And so on each person will be creating a Google slide, and on that slide, that's step one. Step one is to choose your event and create your slide. On that event slide, what you're going to be doing is providing a summary of what happened on that event. If there are any keywords that you think are important, underlining them and bolding them. Also including how that event might be connected to yourself. Also our Korean American Studies class. You may provide a discussion question to, if you were to teach this slide, like what kind of question do you think would be helpful for another person to think about to understand your slide, and a relevant image. And of course, you want to do your best work and peer edit so that it's the best product that's coming forth. So that's part one. Part one is just, boom, creating the slide. And then we're going to want to add your voice. Of course, when we add your voice, you're thinking about our PV legs, which includes like the poise, voice, life, eye contact, gestures, and speed. And so you'll be using your PV legs, your voice, to create a short form video, podcast or TikTok style video to kind of explain your event. Doesn't have to be super long and detailed. However, I would like it to be very engaging and informative so that when a person finishes watching your video, they're like, oh yeah, I remember that event. That's why I understand why it's a key event. And you'll be hyperlinking that video to the slide that you create, your event slide. So you create that event slide, and then you're adding your voice, your short form video to that slide. So anyone who clicks on that will be able to see your good work and learn from you. And that's the way we're going to learn from each other, because in this class, we're going to have, as we have lots of students in this class, each student will be choosing one event. And with that one event, we'll have an opportunity to then see the timeline and learn from one another. And finally, step 3 will be an affirmation. You're going to have the opportunity to really give affirmation to others as well. So as you learn from others, as you see their short form videos, you're going to have a chance to give them feedback and affirmation as well. And then our hope is to put all these slides in our virtual Korean American Studies Museum. This allows for gallery walks for ourselves or for other classes, or even things that you can use as a tool to help educate others. So looking forward to this. And here now is a sample of what you might create. So if you're wondering, what exactly am I creating? Can you show me a student sample? Here's a student sample.
Hello, my name is Yuri Yamachika and my partner is Celine Park. And today we will be discussing the Korematsu v. United States case of 1944.
Here's a quick summary. The Korematsu v. United States Supreme Court ruling took place after Japanese-American Fred Korematsu refused to comply with the ruling to leave his home and job to report to an internment camp. He reasoned that Executive Order 9066, which authorized the removal and incarceration of Japanese Americans from the west coast of the United States, was unconstitutional. In response to Korematsu and his activism, however, the court simply reasoned that exclusion of citizens during war is justified for the purpose of reducing risk of espionage.
On the top right of the slide, you can see an image of a flyer detailing the Executive Order 9066, which resulted in the incarceration of 120,000 Japanese Americans during World War II. There's also an image of Fred Korematsu. This case connects to caste because, like so many other Korean Americans and the Asian American community as a whole, Korematsu's story of resilience unfortunately involved racial discrimination. However, he did make a significant historical impact through his activism and resistance. 2 questions to guide any further discussion about this case include, what did the court's response say about the general attitude towards Japanese individuals at the time? What are some additional parallels between Japanese and Korean American stories of resilience from Korematsu versus United States in 1944? Thank you.